Oh, I tore my pants right in the crotch.
The amount of pants that I have that are now crotchless, it's not great. So those are my home pants. I still wear them because you're not going to throw them out just because there's one hole in it. So you just can't leave the house with them on.
Well, suffice to say, I went to the store and forgot I had a hole in my crotch. Check it out, ladies!
Hey! That's how you get arrested, Dan. I'm going to need you to not get arrested. I need you for the show.
That's how you get arrested again.
What was the first one you did? Grand theft larceny?
Same one.
Okay, so it's a pattern with you. I see.
Crime is always a pattern.
Hey, watch him with Dan and Tony. Hey, watch him with Dan and Tony. It's like watching, yeah.
Welcome
For the whole show?
Welcome to
interrupted you.
Welcome to Hate Watching with Dan and Tony. On the third try, I'm Dan.
I'm Tony.
On this show, we watch movies, we talk about movies, and occasionally one of us is brilliant enough to find a movie that is incredibly short.
Hey, listen, kudos to the person that thought of a short movie. Oh, it's nice, because then it doesn't take up too much of your time. You're not angry for too long. Not that I'm not supposed to tip the bit.
Don't tip the bit.
Yeah, no, this is good. Short movies are great.
Yeah. I watched the movie Naked Gun. Tony watched the movie The Naked Gun.
Yeah, I didn't. It's confusing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I think it is just Naked Gun, but it might be The Naked Gun. I don't know.
Could be. I don't know. Was the old one different? Was one of them one of them not? Nobody knows.
2025 hour and 21 minutes amongst the shortest movies.
Solid.
There might be one movie we've done shorter. I don't remember what it would have been, but we might have done one that was.
This is quick.
This is a short movie.
Yeah.
I watched half of it yesterday, and then I watched the rest this morning.
Okay. Where did you stop? Was it an appropriate stopping point?
Exactly halfway.
Okay. Were you just watching the timer and be like, okay, I've done it. Now take a break.
I'm free. Sometimes I push through. Actually, Steel I pushed through. Steel was just like, just leave it on, whatever.
I'll just do it. Yeah, I'll just do it. Shaq's great.
And this one, it wasn't. Oh, what movie? The Naked Gun. We said it. Naked Gun. This one wasn't so painful that I was just like, I want to kill these filmmakers.
I'm so excited to talk about this movie with you, Dan.
My issue with this movie is that this was a type of movie maybe got made more in the past, and I refer to it as the non sequitur type of movie.
100%. And Dan, if you remember, let's travel back in time to when we watched the Lady Ghostbusters movie. Do you remember what my favorite joke in that whole movie is?
Was it Kate McKinnon with the Pringles jar?
She just whips out a can of Pringles from nowhere, and I died. Non sequiturs killed me.
You love that?
I love them. They are a treat.
And I think about that. You like that Mama something's the Australian trio did a show. You love that
Auntie
show.
Donna.
Auntie Donna. You love that
big
show.
Old House of Fun. Love that show. A non sequitur. Here's why. Jokes in general are structured, right? Set up, punchline, set up, punchline. A non sequitur is just like punchline from left field. You don't see it coming, and they surprise me, and I love them.
Yeah. So I prepared myself. I'm assuming you probably laughed a lot during this movie.
I watched this movie twice, Dan. That's how much I enjoyed it.
I laughed at this movie very, very little.
I believe it. The whole time. Naomi was with me the first time, not the second time. But I was like, Dan's going to hate this. Dan is not going to enjoy this movie at all.
I didn't hate it because I could see
That's
at
good.
least they were doing, they're doing their thing.
Sure, they're doing things, yeah.
And I mean, the truth of the matter is I'm not the person to analyze these jokes. I mean,
sure.
I could analyze. There was a couple of times where they would start a thing. I mean, the other thing with non sequitur jokes is they throw them away, so they never
100%.
spend the because a couple of times you're like, oh, you're going to start spending some time on this, and you're going to.
No.
Then there's like, no, we're not. No.
No. It all comes out in the wash, baby.
It was like the Paul Walter Hauser had one bit that started, and I'm like, oh, okay, here he's going to get to do something.
Well, to be fair, they probably filmed him doing it, and they were like, "Never mind, this is bad. We can't put it in. Cut him out."
This is the perfect movie to make you do, is because I got you. You're going to have to hate on him while loving the movie
all day long. Because if there's anyone else in that role, this movie goes up from an 8 to a 9, easy. He can't even receive a joke. You know what I mean? Like, the straight man needs to receive the joke with intention. He is like a blank slate, and he gets they give him a couple of bones. You know, oh, here's a joke, buddy. Here's a joke, little guy. Go have fun. He doesn't. He can't deliver a joke. He's terrible.
Well, in that interview I watched with him, they talked about you can't fight City Hall, and then his joke is, yeah, because it's a building.
Yep.
They both thought this was a hilarious joke. I got to it and I was just like, it wasn't funny when they were talking about. I mean, I see that it's a joke. I'm like, I'm like, okay, somebody wrote a good joke, and then the other one was that wasn't a Paul Walter Hauser. That was the only Paul Walter Hauser one that I remembered. But it was like, it wasn't funny to me. Did you laugh at that joke?
I would have laughed at that joke if he delivered it with conviction. He did not deliver it as someone who was truthfully responding to that. Like, if you tell me, if you believe as the character, you believe in your heart of hearts that, yeah, you can't fight, it's a building. I will laugh at that joke. Right. That's great. If you just go, yeah, it's a building. That's not funny because you're just saying it. You're just saying, well, yeah, it's a building. You have to believe that. Your character is like, well, you can't fight that. It's a building. That's a crazy thing to say to me. He doesn't commit to anything ever. I hate him. I don't think I hated him when we watched Balls Up, because Balls Up, in my opinion, wasn't written very well. You know what I mean?
Sure.
This movie, whether you like it or hate it, they have a lane that they stay in. They are consistent, and he is not in that lane. He's not on the train. He's, somewhere else, just wandering around in a park. I'm not a fan. I'll just say it. Not a fan, Dan.
Let's talk about the coffee joke. The coffee joke is, anytime they arrive somewhere, somebody hands them each coffee or just hands him a coffee, and then sometimes he throws the other one away violently. Sometimes it varies. Yeah. I never once laughed at any of these things, and I was just like, okay, well, you filled that space with the, you're flying on the owl, and someone hands you a coffee. I'm like, well, I guess, okay.
Yeah, I liked 2 of the coffee jokes. Here's what I'll say. Similar. Do you remember? What are the Saturday Night Live guys? Please Don't Destroy.
Wait, didn't he have a tiny part in this? Yeah.
Which one?
One of the tall redhead was
the tall skin. Yes.
No. That was the Running Man. That's what I'm thinking of. The Running Man.
That's a great one.
We'll talk about that movie later.
Because I also enjoyed that movie. So their movie is that movie. Please Don't Destroy. The Legend of Foggy Mountain or whatever is. Jokes per minute is very high.
Yeah.
I did not like those jokes.
Yeah.
This movie, I would say it's not quite as packed jokes per minute, but it's pretty high. And these ones were landing for me. I don't remember exactly where it's going. Oh, the coffee jokes. So you can't bat 1,000. When you have that many jokes, you're never going to hit them all. But 2 of the coffee jokes I did laugh at. The giant coffees I very much enjoyed. They have regular coffees, they get rid of them, and then someone hands them giant, like oversized coffees. Love that one. And then the only other one I laughed at was when Paul Walter Hauser offers him a coffee. He has a coffee and he goes, "Oh yes, please," and throws the one away and grabs it because he acknowledges that he already has one, but he would rather have this new fresh one for some reason.
Sure.
Those are the only 2 I laughed at.
Okay, good.
But I appreciate it. It's a running bit.
See, you that's the thing. You appreciate that bit. That bit never made me angry, but I was just like,
sure. Don't need it.
Yeah.
Let's do a different joke.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, I think that's fine.
But there was one bit I liked. One bit I thought was very funny. I thought whatchamacallit, the bad guy, I thought he was the person who understood the movie the most.
I can absolutely agree with that. First of all, he's unbelievable, right? He's great in everything he
Danny
does.
Houston, yeah, he seems like he's really good.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so good. But yeah, he's very funny.
I thought Liam Neeson mostly was okay. I thought Pam was she was Pam. The scatting thing I think almost worked well.
There's one bit that I liked in the scatting, which is when she just she says, "I'm okay," as if like it's gone off the rails, and then she's like, "I'm okay." That part made me laugh.
Yeah,
I don't. That part didn't land for me, but that's okay.
And I think there were maybe 2 or 3 other jokes that I laughed at. There's two bits that I laughed,
okay.
And then
I'm very excited,
and I laughed a lot. One of them is they're both in the Danny Houston area.
Sure.
Not surprisingly, that seemed to be the stuff that, he understood the comedic timing of it better than, and there's one Liam Neeson thing there's only one thing I think that made me angry and felt super wasted.
Oh,
near the end.
I'm very excited.
He monologued at one point about something. I'll have to find it. And the monologue just wasn't written funny, and it was just like, what is this? It was just this bunch of stuff.
I can't wait to talk about it if you remember exactly what it is.
I think I wrote it down. I mean, I wrote it down, but I think I'll be able to figure out what it is.
My 2 biggest laughs, Dave Bautista.
That one came in at me really quick, and I must have been looking away because then he's in, and I'm like, wait, what's happening?
Well, it's a camera cut, right? So you're on Liam Neeson, you cut to Danny, and then you cut back, and it's fucking Bautista, and then you hear the toilet flush. But
I didn't hear the toilet
part that
flush.
makes me laugh is when he comes back. Bautista's like, I messed up the lines a little bit. He delivers it so good. That cracked me up. I messed up the lines a little bit. He's like, oh, it's okay. I'll see you Saturday.
See, I think Dave Bautista would have been better in the Liam Neeson role. I think he understands the comedic tension better.
I agree. I don't think that Liam knocked it out of the park, but I think they wanted to get as far away from a Liam far away from, now I can't think of the guy's name from the original.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen, thank you, which is Liam Neeson, Leslie Nielsen's too
close. Oh,
wow. Because he is so dry in the OG, Leslie. He's so dry. So I think they wanted to give I don't know. You could have gotten someone better. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Pam Hidden, Paul Walter Hauser. Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to say before we deep dive?
Oh, my other biggest laugh is the chili dog scene.
Yeah, that's
you weren't into it.
I mean, once again, you're like, I get it. I get what the bit. You're like, okay, I guess that's the thing with those kind of bits is it didn't go anywhere. It didn't really escalate. You're just like, okay, we're gonna sit, we're gonna go to this place, we're gonna do joke. Just like the romance thing with the snowman, which we'll talk about. It was like joke, and I was like, yeah, Tony probably thinks this is funny.
I almost forgot about that. Is one of my other favorite things. When it turns dark, I genuinely was like, brilliant. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
You're like, okay, and you'd set up the samurai sword. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. It doesn't feel lazy and sloppy. It just doesn't feel like they figured out a way to make it go even further.
Sure. Yeah. I can absolutely see that.
Where there is a giant web of things that all comes together, and you're like, oh yeah. It never felt clever.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, in their defense a little bit, I think they're playing to the base of America a little bit. Yeah. Well, you don't want to be too clever.
I mean, I was thinking that the only franchise that we still have like this is the Scary Movie franchise that still continues to do.
I got to see the new one. I got to see it.
I feel like I've watched one of them at one point maybe, and I was like, oh, okay, this is, kind of funny.
Well, did it come out? Did the new one come out this weekend?
Yeah, That would be
June 5th. Comes out next weekend.
June 5th.
June 5th.
Let's put a new scary movie out June 5th. Not when October
doesn't make any sense.
Well, maybe their plan is to sell it into streaming or whatever for Halloween, and maybe that's
put
more
it on
important.
Streaming in October. That's unfortunately theaters. That's not where you're going to make your money on a movie like that, probably.
Yeah, maybe not anymore. But goddamn, whatchamacallit is Backrooms is going to beat The Mandalorian. It's going to make more money than The Mandalorian. A cheap A24 horror.
Well, Obsession did, right? 2 weeks in a row or something.
Oh, did it? I don't know.
I think Obsession might have beat them too, which Naomi-san did not like. So
it's like, if you cannot program a popcorn movie, not music, movie right. Memorial Day, I think you better look at what movies you're making. I have zero interest in that movie. It's like I'm generally
I'll watch it when it comes to Disney Plus.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
I don't even think we watched all the seasons of that show, so maybe we won't watch it.
I made it through 1 or 2 episodes of the first Mandalorian, and I was like, "That's fine. It's not interesting. I mean, it's not Ashoka bad, but it's not good." Ashoka was the worst. You're just like, oh, look at those rubber things on her head. You can see that they're foam rubber. It's bending like foam rubber right here. Clean that up in post. What the hell? Okay, we start. Ted's music. Dun, dun, dun. It's a bank robbery. There's a blonde guy. Boom. All these guys, they're breaking in the safe deposit boxes. They open this one and they pull out a device, which on it says PLOT device. I was writing device as they wrote, it was called plot device. Like, okay.
Yeah. I do wish that they, for no reason whatsoever, I really wish I would have gotten that anagram. Is that what it's called? Anagram?
No.
Which one's that?
Anagram is when you scramble the words and it's the same word, I think.
Yeah. What's the one where it's the letters or the first letters of words?
I just heard somebody say it and I was like, I don't know that word. So we do what that is later, and it's not
acronym. It's an acronym.
Acronym. That's what it is.
I had to Google acronym. That's where we are in this world, Dan. We're falling apart.
Nothing left in your brain. So
nothing.
Here comes a little girl skipping up the thing, up the sidewalk. All the cops are outside. She goes inside the bank and pulls off the mask, and it's Frank Drebin, who's, a little girl that's 4 foot tall becomes a 6 foot tall man. Okay.
Very silly. Your ass.
And then he kills everyone.
Yeah, just, beats the shit up. He bites a gun, I think.
He bites a gun.
Point.
That was the only thing I wrote down. He bites a gun and chews on it. And I'm like, okay, well,
all right,
here we are. Here we are. There's no escalation. It's just, these different ways of sort of killing people.
Yep. It's just ideas. Just like idea. It sets the tone, I think, pretty well. It's definitely not super funny, but it does set the tone.
Well, it tells you what you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
The main bad guy just walks out the back door and gives the device to the bad guy.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, okay, that.
All right. Cool.
That seems like you're not, and that tells me you're not willing to try to make solutions for your things. You just are just like, well, we just need to get this into this guy's hands, and we need to have this guy leave, and there's no police at the back door of the bank.
Yeah, they don't care about the plot. They're just like, how do we get from this joke to the next joke? Let's just do it.
And I think they do themselves a huge disservice, because if they were like, one of them got away, and they're like, how'd you get away? The back door. The back door. You set up that these are whatever. You write a joke. And that's
what
they didn't want it. They didn't want to write the second joke. All these it's your classic case of they all felt like the first joke.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right.
We do the titles. We do Frank Drebin. His wife is dead. We do the thing where whenever he's driving, he's not paying attention and he's hitting people on bikes and pedestrians and whatever.
It's very strange. I expected that to lead somewhere, and it doesn't, because it's one of the there's only a couple of running jokes in the movie, and they never
the coffee, the car,
yeah, and they never go anywhere. Nope. And part of me appreciates that the car thing is the same every time, as opposed to like it gets crazy and crazy. It's just like, nope, this is just what happens. He just hits one guy on a bicycle. But also, like, what are some other things we could do, guys? Let's brainstorm. But I do like his little monologue here, where he's like, my cop, I cry cop tears and cop something. You know, it's just a cute little thing about.
I just don't think he delivers them well, and I think those are the things you could have improved on that would have made the whole thing, hum a little more. And we'll talk about that one monologue later, and we'll try and see why I didn't like it.
If you remember.
He gets to the office. There's been a big banner, 1,000 bad guys caught, but the boss is angry because they killed all those people, and now there's going to be a bunch of lawsuits, and then we do a bit about freedom fries, and I'm like, this is 2025. Freedom fries joke is...
Yeah, sure.
There's one joke later that's like so outdated. You're just like, come on, guys. That's reaching back into the past that no one cares about.
Sure. I can understand that. But I did like the joke about what cops have to follow. Since when do cops have to follow the law? And then the follow-up joke was, who's going to arrest me? Other cops? That's a good line.
It's a good line.
That was a good joke.
Yeah.
But you're right.
She throws him off the bank job. Okay. We do the whole thing where he's talking to Leslie Nielsen, who was his father's photo, and then we do the other photos, and then we do Donald Glover, who's supposed to be OJ's kid, and then he's not in the movie.
I wish that they wouldn't have shown that in the trailer.
You can't show. I mean, you can't do a character with that and then not put them in the movie. You really can't.
Sure.
You can't. Sure. You just can't do. I mean, if you're gonna, maybe if you just have some generic guy, but if you have Donald fucking Glover,
I just wish that wasn't tipped. That's all.
Yeah.
Because they put that in the trailer, and it's like, if that's the only joke you give this person, you can't put that in the trailer. Like, as a surprise, that would be very funny. I don't know.
And it's ostensibly one of their best one-off jokes.
100%. 100%. So why are you putting that in the trailer? Come on, guys.
Everyone has seen it. Yeah. They go to Malibu. There's a car crash. We talk about electric cars. He's like, the only things I knew that were electric were eels and chairs and a couple other things.
Somebody's singing. I don't remember who it was, but the third joke of that beat is someone singing, and I don't know. I think it was funny. I don't know.
Yeah, it was okay. He finds a clue, which is just a matchbook.
Matchbook, which is a classic cop thing. My favorite joke of this scene, which this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tell my favorite jokes, apparently. Paul's asking if the driver is drunk. He's like, drunk? And then Liam's response is, a little, just enough to wake me up. Great joke. That's a great joke.
He gets back to the office. There's a silhouette of a beautiful lady. He walks in, and it's really a mop and a coat rack. That was almost made me laugh. Almost
close.
Then we pan over, and there's Pam. She is playing Beth. She is the brother of the guy that died in the car. And now we find out that he was working for the big bad guy, Kane. And she's a writer who writes mystery novels. This whole thing never really panned out. Because we're trying to set up that she writes books based on her own life, sort of, but not.
Here's the line, Dan. Here's the direct line. I write true crime novels about fictional stories that I make up. That's a funny line. It's a funny line because they're not true crime. She's making them up and pretending they're true crime. That's funny, but that's it. That's that's as far as that runway goes, unfortunately.
It's funny on the page.
Correct.
I don't think it's fun. I think it's a good, funny written line. But
they don't do anything with that joke.
They do one little thing is the bad guy reads her book
sure.
and is able and knows who she is and that gives him some insight. But that's just that's a detective fiction loop that you don't see him reading it. You don't ever establish any of those things.
100%. Yeah.
Bump, 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 bump. And then everyone outside in the office is self-monologuing about how hot she is. Okay.
Yeah, that's a fun joke because it's Liam doing his voiceover, and then Paul does a voiceover, interrupts his voiceover, and then everyone's doing the voiceover, and then Liam Neeson's like, "Guys, come on." That's a fun joke.
Yeah. He goes to Eden Tech where this tech, I guess this guy, the guy that died, made up the tech, and then he just took it with him and hid it in the safe deposit box. And now we're going back to where they develop it.
Honestly, never understood the actual story of the movie, so you're telling me this for the first time.
We saw
the movie twice, and I couldn't follow the plot. So.
We start walking around basically he's kind of an Elon Musky whatever sort, but doesn't play it that way.
Yeah.
He plays it as an old industrialist.
Yeah.
There's all these sort of things set up, and Draven messes up one. And I was like, I didn't understand because there was a little stairway with a little person, and then it all falls over. I didn't understand how he messed it up. But this seemed like a thing where he needed to keep messing things up in some way. But we do one, and then we drop it.
And then, move on.
And then we do a red light to help your testosterone.
Right. I don't really understand this joke because then he's like, "Oh, testosterone's at an all-time low across the board." And I was like, but that's not like a
that's a manosphere joke. That's a whole like an Elon. That's an Elon Musk, and those people have a whole thing where somebody went on TV and talked about. Somebody went on Tucker Carlson, or Tucker Carlson did an entire show on Fox News about how men need to have red light therapy to increase their testosterone. He did a whole special about that. And that's what I'm talking about. These jokes that are just like, that is too inside baseball.
Yeah.
It's unless you're really paying attention to the entirety of culture,
which I'm not,
which you are not. I mean, most people are not going to understand why there's a guy having red light on his balls to increase his testosterone with that joke. Yeah. I understood exactly what it was. It's not funny either.
It's not, especially not funny because it's not done in a way. I don't know if I've told this story. I took a sketch writing class.
Really?
And we were writing.
Where?
What is the word? Sketch. UCB. Okay. With Hal Rudnick.
This was back when you did Hal Rudnick. Yeah. Hal, a real serious sketch writer.
Yeah. Oh, great. Wonderful. And the assignment was parodies. We were supposed to write a parody of something, and I wrote a parody of Arrow, which is not a show that many people watch. And it was so specific to the show. It got no laughs in the room. And Hal was like, "Do you know why it didn't get laughs?" I was like, I don't, because these jokes are really funny.
You didn't know at that point. Yeah, okay.
Right. He's like, "I'm sure that they are if you watch the show. If you're writing a parody, it's not for the people that watch the show. The parody is for everyone. So you need to bring them in on the joke somehow." Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Don't explain the joke, but they have to understand the world to understand the joke. You're just doing a joke of a world that no one's ever heard of." And I was like, "That's interesting." So that makes a lot of sense. Like, even though I know this world like the back of my hand, like obviously the guy that wrote this, is it Family Guy? Is that who wrote this? I don't know.
No, this is this Lonely Island wrote this. This is Lonely Island.
Lonely Island.
I believe they wrote. I mean, the Lonely Island guy directed it for sure, but I think they wrote it.
Okay.
But
that makes a lot of sense.
Family Guy thing was part of it. He was one of the producers for sure.
Okay. So it's a bunch of brilliant minds, but they obviously they think that is something that everybody saw, probably.
Yeah, they think that's heard of. They think that's a real cultural touchstone, and it's not.
It's
really
not.
isn't.
This is the first I've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
And so that joke, I was just like, okay, what's happening right now? Why? And we spend a while talking about it. It's 30 to 40. Yeah. Like, what are we doing here?
They do the whole thing. They don't shy away from it. And I mean, it's, and it's like manosphere things where it's like, men's rights people. It's kind of that whole thing.
Sure.
And it's like, well, if you're going to go down that world and make the main guy that, you got to go there. You got to make him Elon Musk. You got to make him complaining about stuff, but you're not playing. The bad guy that they're playing is
it's pretty much just this joke. It's kind of the only one that I remember like being in that sphere
that I can think of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that, and then he's like, "I'm a big fan of yours," and this is sort of that same thing where he sort of says the world used to be better, and and men were men, and but he doesn't couch it that way. He couches it in this really weird kind of do what you want sort of thing.
Sure,
and when you're building a character like this, you got to give him a whole belief system that is played out and we understand. We just look at him as a rich tech guy who's a piece of shit. And they're like, okay, I suppose, whatever. And then he lights a cigar or something, and then he sees the same match club from the Bengal Supper Club, and then they have a weird bonding thing over their knowledge of the Black Eyed Peas people.
I didn't get that. Okay.
No one got it because it's reference as comedy. We're gonna just reference all these things that we both know, and then we're bonding, and you're just like, well, then you guys are gonna have to actually bond, and it's gonna actually have to mean something later. And they did not bond, and it never means anything.
Yeah, it's a real weird joke that, like, I feel like it starts one way and then goes left because they start it with saying the R word. Let's get R in here. And then he's like, I don't think you say that anymore. He's like, I just did. I know a lot of people that love the Black Eyed Peas. It was like a weird, I don't know. It was like a weird excuse for them to be able to say the R word. And then they were like, well, we can just, if we bring it back to the Black Eyed Peas and how much we love them, then that's okay. I don't know. It was very strange. I didn't get it. I got nothing.
But yeah, I mean, you got to be careful with your references. You know, what is an evergreen reference that's going to last forever? And I am a person that believes if you're funny enough and you're telling the joke, like you watch the old Eddie Murphy stuff, it's always all funny because all of it. It was interesting because we were watching the thing and they were showing some Kevin Hart and then some Eddie Murphy and then some Bill Hader, and Hader personifies things, and so you're just like, well, there he is. He's existing in this other person. That's automatically funny.
Yeah,
Eddie he knows how to pick that thing that is the thing out of the story. He's like, this is what's interesting, and me talking about it is going to make you laugh because you're going to be transported there. And Kevin is funniest when he's busting somebody's balls and giving them shit.
Sure. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah.
And, it's all very different approaches to comedy, but you don't even have to know the people they're talking about. Because, it's like, Kevin was giving shit to this one guy who had new teeth put in, and you could see the guy's teeth, and they're very white and very big. And you're just like, well, there it is. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
He's giving that guy shit, and everyone is dying because it's funny.
Yeah.
And there was one with Kevin and Shaq. And it's like, we know how Shaq is.
Yeah.
Shaq's calling him short. And it's like, this is always going to be funny.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Boom. The Kane guy sends them an electric car. This is the one that I did not like.
Oh, good.
They get in the car. Paul Walter Hauser can't get in the car. And he's trying to open the back door.
Yeah. That's
the joke. They do one thing where he fumbles with it, and then the door opens, and then his hand gets crushed. It should just...
Well, first it...
sorry. Yeah,
finish.
Said, that's all I wanted to say.
I was just saying, first it opens, and they're positing that it opens so fast that it knocks him down, which is not funny or super well done because the door doesn't actually open that fast. He just acts like it opens that fast. And I was like, that's weird. And then, then he's getting up and it closes on his hand. And I don't know. It wasn't good.
Well, the first pre-bit is he's trying to find the handle.
Which is,
you know how it is, the recess handles and all that.
100%. Yeah. And I've had problems finding the doors on like the Waymos. Like that's tough for me.
That's the bit. They've turned it into a can't find the handle. The door hits him, then it closes on his hand. Too much, way too much. This is just him,
just living it,
struggling to get this door open. He's just like, and if he's out there acting, which he's not doing,
well, you're gonna have to recast. So.
Then they pull forward, and it pulls over all the electricity things, and then it lets all the prisoners out, including a Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, that bit's fine. Like the end of that bit is fine because then Liam gets the line, "This place is falling apart." It's fine. It's whatever. But if you live in this moment of Paul Walter Hauser just trying to open this fucking door, everyone's in the door. He's missing out on the conversation. He's trying to get guys. I can't, live in it for a little bit, and I think that's very fun because it's relatable. Which is when we get to the chili dog scene, Dan. I think that's why I like it so much because that's every day of my life. What happens, but just let's live in this relatable joke because this movie's full of ridiculous. Unrelatable things like this is a grounded joke that I think could land
because it's like I know those door handles, they're flush
100%,
and you also have had a literal experience. So if I'm in that writer's room, you go, okay, here's the joke. Don't crush his hand, and even when they crush his hand, they don't really crush his hand. Nope. They kind of like sort of show the door sort of on his hand. You got to crush his hand. He's got to have a thing. And then that's the bit. Then he's got the other thing. Then he's got a thing on his head. And eventually he's, somebody's rolling him around because
full cast.
You have to escalate, I think.
And if the first thing we did was break his jaw so he couldn't talk the rest of the movie, that's what it is. That's a great joke. That's good.
So here you go, Tony. The Busta Rhymes interrogation starts out with their best joke they wrote. What's the best joke they wrote for the whole movie?
I don't know because I like the chili dog part. What's the best joke?
He says, "You're in here for 20 years for man's laughter."
Man's laughter. That is a good joke. That made me laugh pretty hard.
They had talked about this on that podcast. I didn't laugh at all. But I was like, It is a very well-crafted joke. You're like, okay, that is a perfectly crafted joke. I think most people in the theater did not get it because even then when he says manslaughter, you have to be... Once again, that joke is it's too smart.
It's best done when you read. You know what I mean? Like you have to be thinking as soon as you said, you have to be like man's laughter, manslaughter. Like you have to go down that journey on your own a little bit. And if he was going down the list or something, and you get to see the clipboard for just a second, and you see manslaughter, and then he says manslaughter, maybe that would help. I don't know.
So now we bring in the body cam and we do the chili dog thing. You want to talk about the chili dog thing?
Yeah, let's just talk about the chili dog thing. So he's in his car, he's eating a chili dog, and then his tum-tum gets upset, which happens to some of us. I'm not going to lie to you. I have a very weak constitution. So then he pulls over some guy who's doing something very bad. I don't know, he's got guns or drugs or something, and then his tummy is rumbling. And he's like, you know what? You seem like a great guy. I'm going to let you go. All that's fine. All of that is preamble to the joke, which is now we're back in the car. He has another chili dog. Everyone in the room is like, don't do it. Frank, don't eat it.
Busta Rhymes is very funny. He's like, don't do it. He
delivers it so well.
Perfect line.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. And then he just keeps eating the chili dog. And we cut to Liam in the corner of shame. And he's like, I had 4 more that day. And that joke, to me, is the best joke of the movie. Because that's it's so relatable. I go to 7-Eleven. I get these buffalo chicken rollers. They 20 minutes later, you feel like shit. But oh man, when they're going down, Dan, they are so good. So I get it. That was a very Tony joke, and I loved it.
Well, my first laugh of the movie does come right after that part. For whatever reason, good. He says, I can't get it up without the stench of milk on your chin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck is that line? What is that, like a breastfeeding joke? Like
it is a breastfeeding joke. Yeah, that's correct.
What that's fuck? Correct. I was like, I didn't do a huge laugh, but I was like, what? What?
Surprising. It's surprising.
That surprised me.
100%.
Okay. So boom. Okay, here comes my other my one big laugh of the movie. Is we go to Eden Tech. Our bad guy's there. He's telling about the whole plan.
Okay.
And and he does a whole thing. He's like, men like us in the USA, we got to defend against the other people. And then one of the guys in the group says, the fish people. Fish people. I'm like, what the fuck?
And, with gills. With the gills. Mermaids.
Then we do mermen. We do mermaids.
It's very good.
We keep going and we do crab hands.
Crab hands. We got the crab hands. Yeah, it's a wonderful bit.
It was hilarious. That was by far my biggest laugh of the movie, and very good. Very very. It's
because they live in that one. You know what I mean? It's very random.
Jokes that are fish people, mermen, mermaids, crab hands.
What else?
This is an escalation.
This is a good joke. Exactly. This is great. What else can we do? And there's not a lot of those in this movie. The rest of the movie, if this scene was like the majority of the movie, it would just be fish people, and then we move on, which is still funny to me. I would still laugh at fish people. But the fact that they keep hitting different types of fish people is a 10 out of 10.
And it's because Danny Houston is the one in charge, and he's like, no, I'm trying to tell you what's going on, and you guys are, and that's the thing is when, what's his name? He's the one always digressing, right?
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's always digressing. Danny Houston has to force the action back to what the action is.
And this is my entire problem with Paul Walter Hauser in the movie, because that's his role when they're together.
Forcing the action back to where it should be?
Yes, and he can't do it. He can't do it. He's not capable of doing it.
He's got to be, come on, Frank, we gotta make this has to happen, but
he lives in this weird in-between world where he's not grounded, but he's not the crazy person. He's nothing. He's nothing.
You don't have a true grounding force on that.
Yeah.
Aspect, on that side of the fence. And so that's why those are not the parts that work for me at all.
Yeah.
We do primordial law of tough. Oh, that's the plot. Primordial law of toughness. And so the whole idea is if you turn on the box, it makes people go crazy and fight each other. And then they're going to get the whole world to fight, and they're going to hide in bunkers, the rich people. And when it's over, they come out to this pristine world. The plot doesn't work, but, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
And then Weird Al's going to be in there performing for them while everyone goes crazy.
Yeah. Poor Weird Al. He's a very funny guy. His credit joke is funny.
Yeah.
When nobody shows up and he's all alone, like that's funny. But this first part, it's not really a joke. I don't know.
It's not really a joke.
Yeah.
We go to the club. At the club, we do a Cody Rhodes bartender bit. Shot my brother. Can't remember.
Yeah. No. I mean, so it's a funny run, right? Because he's like, you shot my brother. He's like, that could be thousands of people. You shot him in the back while he's running away. Hundreds of people. He was white. And then he knows exactly who he is.
Yeah. Funny.
But that's it.
But he he does it wrong, he's like, how is he? And you're like,
right. Well, again, I think it's because he's white, right? So he's he's okay.
He's acting like he knows him in a positive way.
Sure.
And that line doesn't make any sense. He should be. He deserved it because that's why he shot him in the back. He doesn't care if he's okay. He's a criminal. Sure. He shot him in the back, and so it's me being picky. I'm picky. So I'm picky. This is the club. Here comes Pam. They make her klutzy and she runs into a post for some reason.
Yeah, because it's not really a running bit. So I don't know.
We introduce her to Kane and then we make up this name that ends in spaghetti. So Kane keeps on saying her last name is Miss Spaghetti.
Yeah, I mean, this is just one of those jokes that
never works.
Everybody ever the only time it's ever worked for me is in Family Guy.
Oh,
when Peter's doing it and he ends up saying his own name because he's like Peter, and then a griffin flies and he's like Griffin, da, and then it's his own name. That's the only time that joke has ever worked for me.
I'm impressed that you can quote a joke from Family Guy. That's pretty embarrassing.
I think that might be the only one. I don't know.
Okay.
But because that one works for me, because everyone does these stupid jokes of like, oh, I'm making up a name and it's all weird. And, he was like, that's my real name. Now I'm in trouble. Like, that's funny. That's a good reversal of that joke. This is not that. This is just that joke and it's nonsensical. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Big fat eating a bowl of spaghetti. Yeah.
So Pam has to distract him while Draven goes into the back to find the security footage that they need. She does this whole big scatting bit, which I thought was amusing. You were mixed on it.
Nonplussed, we'll say.
That's not the, it's fine. Not the right word, but okay.
Is it? What's nonplussed mean?
I think nonplussed means sort of confused.
Look it up. It means to be surprised, confused, and bewildered by something. Really?
Yeah, nonplussed. Confused.
I'm nonplussed to read the definition of nonplussed.
We'll get you to use words correctly.
Look at me learning in real time, Dan. Yeah. Look at this. I'm growing as a person.
I never have to grow. I'm fully formed.
You're perfect. Dan is perfect. I wasn't crazy about it. Yeah. But I do like the fight scene.
The fight scene, he goes there, he falls downstairs, then he calls to talk to his mom. Then there's
not that part.
Fight scene.
Fast forward that. Yeah.
What's the fight scene?
The fight scene, he tears off the guy's arms and then is fighting him with his own arms. But the funny joke to me is he goes up left high and then the guy goes to block and he takes the guy's hand and hits him in his own nuts. And I was like, that's a good joke. That's fun.
In the nuts.
A nice nut shot. That'll make me giggle every time.
He gets the footage and the footage just sends him off to some new person.
Right. Yeah.
He has to go and talk to the boss and then he ends up in the boss's bedroom and her husband has a big job interview or something. And so we can't wake him up. So they're talking in whispers.
Very strange. It's very weird.
I think the job setup was kind of funny, but I didn't write it down.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a scene I've never seen before. That's for sure. I'm sure it made me giggle in the moment.
Yeah.
And at least they do it correctly. And I didn't complain too much about this during Steel. But remember Steel, the movie, where they have to whisper because of the stupid dessert thing? What was that called?
Souffle.
The souffle, because it explodes or some stupid shit.
No, it falls.
I'm sorry, it deflates, it falls, whatever.
Yeah.
They whisper for real in Steel. You should never whisper for real.
You should stage whisper.
Never. Yeah, you have to, because watching a scene where everyone's just talking like this is very stupid. But if I talk like this, you think I'm whispering, but I'm not whispering at all, and you can hear the conversation. And that drove me crazy in Steel, because those scenes are 3-4 minutes long, and they are literally whispering the whole time. That's not how you do it. That's just not right.
Maybe they had real soufflés and they were protecting them.
The crew was making soufflés for lunch and they really had to whisper. So at least they do that right. They do stage whisper in this movie.
He goes home and there is Beth waiting outside his door. The bad guy is watching. They go in there. We do this. I wrote the dead wife football bit. What that was.
How did she pass?
Oh, how did she pass? Yeah.
40 yards strong. I don't know. Something very weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was funny. Stupid.
And now we have
But then she died, so we'll never know if she could go pro. I mean, that's funny.
Yeah. The bad guy's across the street with the heat sensitive binoculars.
Yeah.
And then we do like a whole thing where he's thinking that she's giving him a blowjob, then he's having sex with a dog.
It's the Austin Powers bit.
Oh, it is an Austin Powers bit, isn't it?
Yeah. It's fine because they make this one dirtier because in Austin Powers, it's him with Elizabeth Hurley, and you're like, cool. And this is a dog, so it's weird and gross. But, it's the same bit. I don't know.
Now, it's the Austin Powers bit. The one I remember is they keep on covering up his thing by moving stuff in front of it.
Sure. There's that where they keep moving things in front. But there's one where it's almost the exact same thing where it looks like she's giving him fellatio or something.
Yeah, there is
it's
one.
the same run of bit where they cover it, but it looks like so it's it's the same idea.
Okay.
I don't know, which is fine. I'm not saying you can't recycle bits, but I do think you need to be funnier than the original to pull it off, and I didn't find this one funnier than the original.
So then they go on vacation for a week?
I guess so. Yeah.
And the vacation is they go to a cabin, then a hot tub, they make a snowman, then they use magic spells to bring the snowman to life. They have sex with the snowman. The snowman gets angry and jealous of their actual relationship.
Well, because they push him, so they bring him in as if he's part of the trio, but then they push him away eventually, and then he gets mad and bitter.
He uses up Frank's inhaler.
Yep.
And so Frank can't run away from him, and then instead Pam is able to kill him with a samurai sword that we'd set up a little earlier.
Yeah. This feels like something to me. This is like on the lines of something that I would write. Obviously, there wouldn't be a samurai sword involved. But this whole thing where the snowman falls in love and then they shun him and then he turns deadly. That's great to me. That's a very fun little bit. How they decided it fit in this movie, I have no idea.
They were like, somebody wrote this. This is great. Well,
I've got this really fun sketch. Can we just get this in the middle of this movie? And maybe that's what it is. If it's the Lonely Island guys, maybe that was like a sketch idea. And he's like, I can't figure out how to do it on its own. But if we just shoehorn it into this movie, I think it'll be great.
Oh, Jesus.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny.
That is often how things happen.
That's true.
Okay. They go back to the city after this, and they're going to go to the guy who they saw in the video, Douglas O'Reilly. He goes there, he opens it, he steps in blood, he doesn't know it's blood. There's a knife that says, pick me up. He picks up the knife. There's a recorder that says, speak into this that I killed the guy.
Say that I did it.
I did it. And then here come the cops to bust him for it. And then he flees in the...
well, hold on. He's holding the body.
He picks up the body.
I don't even remember. Yeah, he picks up the body. And I don't remember exactly what happens. He's going to hide the body. But for some reason, do they tell him to put his hands in the air or something? But he lifts the body up and it gets decapitated in a fan. And that part made me laugh.
And he actually had a good line right after that where it's like, well, I guess I'm not getting rid of the body. I'm not going to be able to hide the body. You're like, well, I mean, based on the physics of this thing, you could just run the whole body through that thing and it would be gone.
So just keep going. Just keep feeding it up. Yeah.
So he gets in the car, but it's controlled by Kane, and he's going to drive him into the ocean and kill him. So he shoots out the windshield, and he keeps driving, and then he avoids hitting a clown, and balloons fill the car. And then he has to avoid beekeepers to have bees. So bees fill the car. And then this was a great joke. And then there's two guys walking across the street carrying a windshield that is exactly the same size, and that goes back on his car, so he's trapped back in the car with the windshield. Yep. That's a good joke.
Pretty silly. Yeah. Pretty silly. Pretty fun.
Yeah. And then he just says, computer, open the doors, and then the computer opens the doors and lets him out.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I'm sure that's some sort of an Alexa type joke. I'm not totally sure.
Well, they did the computer has the little Microsoft guy that's shaped like a
Clippy. Yeah, Clippy.
Shaped like
classic.
A thing.
Paperclip.
I was thinking stapler.
Yeah, same as Clippy. His name is Clippy, Dan, and he's classic.
I don't know why he's on that and why he lets him out. Once again, how long ago was Clippy?
Ooh. 90s? Was it 90s? Like, it was old.
18-year-olds are like, what is that? What?
1996. That was when Clippy came to Microsoft Office.
I'm sorry, but that is a 30-year-old reference.
It is. And I will say that I laughed and I said, Clippy, just like that out loud. So they were talking to me, but I'm 41. And that can't be the demographic for this.
So you knew Clippy when you were 11. Oh, we're coming up on the bit. Okay. He goes there. Police squads was revoked and becomes a Spirit Halloween. Okay.
Sure.
He goes to see Beth and he's got a cut on his arm, which I guess happened at some point. And then she treats it like a piece of meat or something and tenderizes it, puts hot sauce on it and then honey on it or something. And it was very weird.
Can't win them all, Dan.
And then Beth says, we got to stop the device. And then he's like, you just pretended to love me for something. And the reason why she pretended to love him is because he lent her his TiVo.
Yeah.
And so she could watch his Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But then she plugged her TiVo into his TiVo into her Ethernet. And then that screwed up it. So he lost all the Buffy. And he talks about Spike and he makes all of these things. And I'm
so many Buffy references.
the person lending of a TiVo and losing your shows. I mean, we used to have like a DVR on our through our cable. But that was 15 years ago. And I was always worried about losing my shows because I had things that I wanted to go back and rewatch that, once they're gone, they're gone. But building this whole bit about a TiVo being plugged into an Ethernet, there was no one under 20 that knows
that is correct.
Anything they're fucking talking about. And like Buffy's
absolutely right.
Buffy's the show, it's like make it The Hills.
Yeah.
Make it Gilmore Girls. Make it something that's from the last 8 years.
Because this movie is written for me. It is written for me. So I understood these references. The only thing I wish that we had was the bloop bloop when he turns on the TiVo. Yeah. That was what was missing, was like the classic TiVo sound effect. You gotta use it. How can you not use it if you're this deep into TiVo? You gotta use the sound effect. But yeah, ridiculous.
The Arrowverse is a more relevant set of references than doing a whole Buffy thing.
Knew it. I knew it was a good sketch all along. I should make that one.
So that was that. So he gets mad, and then
I get that.
He gets a phone call. They found the blonde guy. They surveil the blonde guy. They drug the blonde guy. They put him in a hospital, and we play the whole game of it's three days in the future to try to get
Mission Impossible
information out of him. Oh, this is the thing that I didn't like. This is one thing I absolutely didn't like. So the pitch that he's making to him, this guy, is that he's going to end up in jail and he's going to become the sexy jailbird, and then he's going to get released. And then there's going to be like a new sexy jailbird, but that new sexy jailbird's going to be a large person.
Yeah.
And then you're going to commit suicide, but you're going to fail and you're going to become a farting person.
Yep. I thought you were going to love this because you love fart jokes.
Tony, you're the one that's loved the dirty jokes in this movie, not me. I love fart jokes. This is not a fart joke.
It ends in a fart joke because then he's like, that's what gets him to talk. Is he's like, you want to be the farty fartson or whatever? I don't know, something stupid. I hate this bit. Just for the record, this was one of my least favorite bits of the whole movie because I think it was stupid.
It's a bad monologue. It's a monologue that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And there is a great way. I think I like how it starts, which is he goes to prison and he's like the pride. Everybody loves him. Okay. But then someone else comes in and is better than him. And then all the guys want to rape this guy instead. And you're left in the corner crying in the shower. You know, make it all about this jealousy thing where he wants to be the, I don't know. But somehow we get around to him just farting all the time. I was like, we went a really long ways to get to a joke that isn't funny.
Yeah. I mean, if this is all about prison rep, then, you know, make it about prison rep, but make it about something funny prison rep.
Sure.
You know, you're the guy who could, you know, score the honey buns and, you know, make it, you got to make this real because you're trying to convince this guy of a thing and you got to give him it's jokey. It's just jokey and dumb. And
I'm okay with real but silly.
Yeah.
You know, like something silly that is absurd, but then it was still like, oh, yeah, I understand. He could be jealous of that. Okay, yeah. You know, make him care about something absurd and silly that no regular people probably don't care about, but we can understand how, you know, I don't know. There's a way to do this joke that's funny, and this is not it.
And this is like one of the things in the movie that felt like it was just going on. You're just like, you need to rewrite this in the room. You know, make it about his blonde hair. You know, you can't get the peroxide in there, and this is what you do to get peroxide, and you know, make it a thing.
Sure, yeah.
But like, you know, sexy jailbird. That is the thing no one has ever said before. That is, I've watched many, many prison things. You got to reference the real thing. You can't just make up a bunch of words.
Yeah.
And then he just tells them the plan. And you're just like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
You know, you have to figure out a way to make it so that he would, you know, bring in a priest, you know, whatever. Who knows? So then
it wasn't this. That's the end. We know that this didn't work.
And then we do a funny thing, and they're like, the walls fall away, and they're like, we were recording the whole thing.
I do like this bit.
Then the walls fall away again, and then this was a setup to get Frank. I'm like, okay, that's funny. Yeah. And then the walls fall away again
one more time.
And this is an OSHA sting about how I'm like, okay, there you go. Yeah. This is the spirit of the movie. If you started with this level of spirit of the movie, because that's what you do in these movies.
Yeah.
You know. But no.
No, it's a great bit. Great bit.
So the thing's gonna be at this WWF fight. We go and we meet the WWF. So we jump there. We meet the guys that are doing the commentary. The one guy was just leaving the house and his wife had makeup on. So we're going to do that. Right. We're going to hit that bit, I believe, just one more time.
I think it's two more times.
Do we hit it two more times?
I think so, but I'm not. I'd have to watch it a third time to know for sure.
Our guys put in special earplugs that are going to protect them from the evil device.
Right.
Beth is in the skybox with Kane. They've got 25 minutes. Beth pulls out a gun. She tries to shoot Kane. She pulls the trigger. Nothing happens. And we don't understand why nothing happens when she tried to shoot him with a gun.
Because he had done something because he knew.
No, he knew who she was, but she still pulled a gun and pulled the trigger.
Right, but he says something like he knew. I don't know. I don't know exactly.
He knew who she was, and then they pulled a bunch of guns.
Plan.
They knew the plan.
Yeah,
but how does the gun not work?
I don't know. He unloaded it. I don't know.
Well, you have to say that. You have to say, I've known who you were at the beginning. I went to, I knew.
Like if he had bullets in his hand.
I went to the gun store.
Yeah.
You know what those bullets are? They don't even, or he does that beforehand. Yeah. And then he takes the gun and, removes the bullets. She's like, why are you doing it? He's like, I didn't do any of those. Yeah. There's so many jokes, setups in this that you're just like, with a little more time, they're funny.
Sure. Yeah. Cook it in the oven, as they say.
Draven goes up, and it's inside the New Year's Eve balls. Did we know it was New Year's Eve?
Definitely not.
Okay.
No, not until they say those exact. That's why they hit that hard. I think they say it like 2 or 3 times in a row that it's the New Year's Eve balls. New Year's Eve balls. New Year's Eve balls. Like they want you to understand that that's what's happening.
You have to be setting that it's New Year's Eve up the whole movie.
What I find interesting is that it's not. There's no like Lethal Weapon is Christmas time, and they tell you
make this a New Year's Eve movie. Would have been
that's what
very
I'm saying.
Funny.
That would have been great, but you don't. What are you going to do?
Paul Walter Hauser's in a beer stand watching him giving out free beers, and the joke at the end is that he's giving them out to children.
Yeah. I don't know. I know it's not entirely his fault, but none of his scenes are funny there.
No, they're not. Draven crawls into the balls, falls into the balls. His pants fall off. He descends from the ceiling with his butt showing, and then we make jokes about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. They just talk about his penis, and that's, it's funny. Describing someone's penis is always funny to me.
Yeah, I can't enjoy a fart joke, but Tony wants to hear about people talking about penises all the time.
I love a pee-pee joke. Yeah, what are you going to
do? He tells everyone to leave, and then people attack him, and then he
fights them?
He fights them. Okay.
I don't know.
And then Kane sets off the device. Everyone goes crazy. And then we have like this thing where we almost have Paul Walter Hauser fight a bunch of kids. That's what I want to see.
Almost.
I want to see him.
And then they chicken out.
Didn't they chicken out? There's something going on. Yeah. I was just like, wait, you're setting up a really funny thing. If he was like shot a bunch of kids, I would have loved it. You can't do that. I don't know
about shot. But I would be more into, because that feels a little too real.
That's right, too real. Yeah.
But I would be into him kicking the shit out of kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's knocking teeth out. He flips one into the grill or the fry batter and sizzles the face off. Be super violent.
Hold on. I'm not allowed. My bit's not allowed to shoot kids, but you're allowed to burn the face off a child in a deep fryer. Okay, I don't know, man. I think that's a lot. He can be okay. My guy's gonna shoot the kids in the leg. Slow him down.
Oh, I see.
That's what my guy's gonna do.
You're doing the speed move. I'm gonna shoot him in the leg.
Back mine down. He's not. Okay. No headshots. Just shooting him in the limbs.
Okay, well, mine's going to be just destroying kids, just tearing apart limb from limb,
But it's funny, and they show you that they're like they're like, okay, this is what's going to happen, and then they're like,
here you go, and then
no, we're not.
That's what we call a bit of a tease.
The bad guys all leave on motorcycles. We have a musical fight scene, which is quite short. We set up a song, and then we have him fight like 3 people.
Yeah.
Frank gets a car, but the car doesn't work, and so we'd set up that he wanted a signal from his dad, and the dad was the signal was an owl. He sees an owl.
Yeah, I don't know.
The owl picks him up and flies him
what's interesting.
After the bad guys.
Isn't the crux of Foggy Mountain also an owl?
I don't remember.
I'm almost positive that movie also has like a big moment with the owl. The owl comes and flies, or maybe it's a hawk.
Well, they fly back to somewhere at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that these guys are just obsessed with owls. I don't know.
Then we get the fight at the fountain. This is when Dave Bautista does his fill-in scene, which you really enjoyed.
Super funny. I messed up some of the lines. It's just so funny. I don't know. It's just great. I love him.
And then
my favorite joke of the movie's coming up.
What's your favorite joke of the movie?
just say what happens next.
Well,
and
I'm
then
probably
I'll
going to
tell
just
you.
say it's because it's one of the other funny jokes in the whole movie. They're about to fight, and they're talking about men's, and he does a couple. Danny Houston's the bad guy does a couple of really lame sort of things that fail,
Moves.
and Draymond hits him right in the stomach. And what does he say?
You hit me in my tummy, the soft part of my tummy, something like that.
He says, "You hit me in the belly. You hit me in the soft part of my belly." But it's not a funny joke. But the delivery is perfect because he's like he's dying.
So committed to it.
You hit me in the belly, like it was unfair. It's like a classic piece of shit rich person. It's like, this isn't fair. You actually did the thing you were gonna. It's like I'm supposed to be winning. It's like, no, you're a pice of shit. You're getting the shit kicked out of you. It was very funny.
It's incredible. It's like, do you want to keep fighting? No,
no, exactly.
It's fucking brilliant.
And
he's so good.
That's comedy. He doesn't say, do you want to keep fighting? No. He says, no.
Why would I want to keep doing that? No, it's good. He's great. And that's the best joke of the whole movie for me.
That one and the mermen, those are my
fish people.
Those are my two favorite parts.
Yeah. Some good stuff.
Here comes Pam. She's got a gun. She wants to kill him because he killed her brother. And then the bit is Frank is like, you can't kill him, even though killing him would be so enjoyable.
So good. It's the best feeling in the world, but you can't do it. Yeah.
This is a great scene that should be played, and it's not. Yeah. It goes nowhere.
Unfortunately, that is correct. This is a wonderful setup because we all agree, right? We all agree in those movies where they're like, you can't kill him. You're gonna regret it for the rest of your life. You're like, fuck that. No, what? Kill him? Absolutely, do it. Get some vindication here. It's gonna feel great. It's the right move. They just don't go for it for some reason. Like, you gotta keep going. I don't know. Smart idea, poor execution.
We also he says killing him won't bring Simon back, or will it? I think we should have done a whole thing of bringing Simon back.
I'm down with that. Yeah. You told me you wouldn't.
And that's the end. She puts down the gun. They're in love. Beth turns off the device. Or turns it from people calm up to calm down. I was like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
They arrest him. We do the back of the ambulance, and then they kiss, and that's the end of the movie, except for a couple little
jokes at the end.
It was bad. They're like, police squad is back, but he's got to get fixed or something, but they're on vacation.
It's just another comment about police brutality where they're like, oh, he's getting a serious investigation, and then they're just on vacation.
And then we do a whole everyone that the thing is frozen while the credits go, but they're not frozen, and then they walk around and interact with the stuff and poke
I don't know.
punch the screen. Then we do the police squad thing where it's the car driving and it drives into crazy places, which was on the show when they did the TV show.
There you go.
And that's the show.
Dan, do you remember, how much do you remember the old police squad stuff?
The TV show?
I don't know. I the TV show or the movies? I don't know.
Watched a little bit of the TV show. Certainly watched the first Naked Gun movie. Maybe watched the second one. I remember thinking they were funny.
Yeah, me too. I was going to rewatch the original, and then I just watched this one again because I was like, oh, there's some funny stuff in there. Yeah. One of my favorite jokes that is never really, like, they never talk about it, it's just a visual joke, and I don't know if it's from the old ones or not, but on the doors of the precinct, it says police squad, but police and squad are in different directions. So if you're on the outside, police reads correctly and squad is backwards. On the inside, police is backwards and squad is correct. And I was like, that is so funny.
That is so funny. You have to.
And I don't know if that's from before as well, but like that was every time I saw that, I laughed.
Yeah.
Pretty smart.
That's a funny joke. That's a funny joke.
Aw, hi, baby.
So that's the movie.
Yeah, it's Naked Gun. I think it's worth a watch. It's short, so that's a bonus. And there's some funny stuff in there.
If you like the scary movies, if you like old Buffy jokes, okay. I'm not angry at Tony this time. There's other movies I've been angry at Tony for liking because there's something wrong with him.
There is something wrong with me. You're not mistaken.
Yeah.
I had a good time. Yeah.
Twice. Tony, tell us about something you liked this week.
We started Amazon Prime's Spider Noir with Mr. Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what's interesting. So I don't know if you've looked at it at all. You can watch it in black and white or like Technicolor or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
We started it, the first episode. We watched the first half in black and white, and I was like, man, this is boring as shit. What's going on? So I was like, hey, let's change it to color. And then I loved it. Once we changed it to color, it's like, this show's great. So I don't know if that says something about me.
Oh, I wonder. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm an uncultured swine.
That's how I watched the first one. I watched the first half in black and white, and I'll watch the second half in color.
Yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Let me know.
You know what's going to happen? I can tell you what's going to happen, Tony. I'm going to like them equally the same.
Because you can watch things unbiased?
I think I'm pretty unbiased. I think I can't get around myself.
Maybe it's a black and white thing where I'm just like, ugh, this is so dull.
I think it's a black and white thing. I don't know. I think that's you.
I don't know.
I think that's you imprinting on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm an asshole. Anyhow, it's fun. I really like the show. I'm excited to keep watching.
The one thing I heard was that Nicolas Cage is the weakest part of the show.
I don't know if I agree with that as Nicolas Cage.
That's what someone said. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have to analyze that.
I think he's very I don't know. Maybe. He plays it very, very noir, very dry.
Okay.
You know? I don't know. You let me know how you feel. I like it.
You didn't have an issue with it at all. You were like, it's fine. It's great.
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, I'm enjoying it. We're only 2 in, though.
Yeah.
So we got a lot left to go. How about you? What do you like this week, Dan?
There's a YouTube guy called Big Joel that I watch. He did a half an hour about the Melania movie. Pretty funny.
Oh, God.
Also, I think, we're cruising along on Widow's Bay. I think it was episode. How far are you on Widow's Bay?
We're caught up. Yeah, let's talk about Widow's Bay a little bit without spoilers, obviously.
The fourth one, The Party.
Yeah. Yep.
Amongst my favorite pieces of television of all time.
Wow.
Okay. Unbelievable. Just her acting.
She's great.
Action. How they don't tip. They just tease you just little bits. And then when the bit happens, you're just like, I am in it. Oh. I am in it 100%. And it all made sense to me. And then we watched the one after that. And then we watched the one, I guess we're up to 6. Are they up to, I think there's 7. We haven't watched 7 yet. Yeah. We watched 6, which is where we go back in the past. And that one wasn't funny at all, really.
There's one joke.
Yeah, there's one
joke. Yeah.
One joke.
Yeah, so this show, right?
Yeah.
We like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I want to love it.
Yeah.
And I don't love it, and I don't know why. I don't know.
I love it. I love it.
A lot of people are loving it. I watch it, and I'm like, that's a very good show. But I don't love it. I'm not like, I gotta watch the next one.
Well, there's 3 more episodes, so.
Yeah, and then I'm good. And then we're done. So it's fine.
The Running Man.
Okay, yeah, talk to me about The Running Man. You don't like it?
I tried to watch The Running Man. It's terrible.
I love this
really
movie.
Terrible. Okay, first off, anybody who puts a disguise on Glenn Powell should be shot because they don't put a real disguise on Glenn Powell because Glenn Powell always looks exactly this. Here's 2 things. They've made 2 giant things of media, either one of which, one came first and one came second. The one that came second should have looked at the first one and been like, okay, this time we're going to do it right. But no, they both do it wrong exactly the same. It's literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I think that he has an input in these costumes. I think he's like, don't change me too much. I'm so pretty. Don't take away my prettiness, because he's beautiful. I don't know if you feel the same way. I think he's very
an attractive
attractive
man. Number two, he just isn't the angriest man in the world. I don't buy it. Don't buy it for one fraction of a second.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100% on this criticism where he can't quite play that anger, but he does have the sarcasm that I like a lot. You know what I mean? Like the dry sarcasm he can pull off. But when he's supposed to be like super angry, you can't do that. It's fine. I forgive it. My biggest problem is that movie plays it too safe. Like they should be making more of a statement with what they're saying. And I don't feel like they are. I feel like they think they're making a statement and they're kind of not really, you know? But I'll still watch anything with him in it. I don't even care. I've watched that on like 3 airplane rides.
Yeah. I watched it. I fell asleep. I didn't get anywhere near the end.
Yeah,
so I gotta go back and have to try and see where because it wasn't really going. He was hiding in the hotel and then they killed the Lonely Island or killed the Foggy Mountain Bottom guy. It was just stupid. The Foggy Mountain Bottom guy is like, hey, here I am. Someone shoot me in the head. I'm like, what is that? I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, they were kind of they try to explain it where there's 3 types of people that always get selected for these things. The one that doesn't take it seriously, which is him. So he's like, I'm on a TV show. It's not even real. And then he gets killed. And then there's the one that parties too hard because they're like, well, I'm going to die anyhow. Blah, blah, motherfuckers. And then there's the hero, which is the one they want to last the longest in the show. So it's a comment on casting, kind of, but not really, you know.
And just the whole setup of the wife and the sick kid. I didn't buy it.
Unnecessary. In my mind, totally unnecessary. Just he's broke. He needs to go on a show.
It should start with him waiting in line.
Yep. That's it.
And we have to understand, is he a guy that helps people or is he not a guy that helps people?
He is a guy that helps people.
Then that's who she should be.
Right. I agree.
It feels like they're acting like
it's a great movie.
They feel like he isn't acting like he's that guy. I'm like, well, is he that guy? You're not telling me that. Yeah. Tell me that.
100%.
I try too hard. I help too many people. Like it screws me up, and I hate the system for what it does to play that guy. Yeah. But that's not how they're playing. They're playing like that's great. This weird internalized angry guy, kind of. You're like, what? Dumb.
Yeah. Okay. So you never got to Michael Cera?
No.
It's worth it to watch him. He's great. He's wonderful.
That end of the world one, he's the funniest part. Him and Danny McBride. Danny McBride's the funniest person on the planet. Okay, Tony, we need to do another movie.
Okay, so I was like, you know what? This movie's too funny. We should watch a movie that thinks it's funny but isn't funny at all. No. But I also tried to keep it. I was going to look up it's an hour 26, so also very short for us. Nice. This goes back to my high school days, 2001 primetime comedy years. Our good friend Chris Kattan in Corky Romano.
It's a pet detective? What is it? Is he a detective?
First of all, that is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective with Jim Carrey. How dare you say that to me? No, it's like a mob movie, I think. I can read the synopsis.
I've seen it. Okay.
An underworld crime. Yeah, he gets a call from his long-lost father, an underworld crime lord, who has been indicted by a grand jury. I don't know.
So he has to take over the family crime business, and he's...
something like that, yeah. And he's functioning. He's Chris Kattan.
We've never done Chris Kattan.
Have we not? Really? Wow. Good for us.
We did the one with the Nick Schwartz as the sex guy. We did that one. That was a weird movie.
Yeah, we sure did. Bucky Larson. Yeah. Yeah. That was not good at all.
That feels like the only Saturday Night Live-y kind of movie we've ever done.
Maybe. I mean, we've done a lot of movies. It's hard for me to keep track.
Oh, that's the other thing. The woman that does Widow's Base, she was a big writer on the female Ghostbusters.
There you go. Now I like it even more.
There you go.
She's great.
Okay, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, or subscribe. These are all things you could do that are going to help us with the algorithm, because the algorithm rules our lives.
Not well. We're not doing great.
Pretty terrible. And so next week we're going to be back hanging out with Chris Kattan and watching Corky Romano.
Goodbye, everybody.